Good morning to one and all. Today we will see about operational definitions in research and how can apply AI. Okay, as you know that whenever you are thinking about to do in research, okay, it starts with the ideas, the concepts, okay, and the assumptions. When these concepts you have written or on which is measurable, okay, when you define in your own way according to your research, okay, your research workout, okay, this is known as an operational definitions, okay. And you can use nowadays in AI to operationalize the terms. But before going for a very in-depth, okay, the concept of use of an AI, we will see what exactly it matters, okay, what is known, okay. If you see in an operation definition, okay, is exactly how a concept or a variable will be measured, observed, manipulated, or interpreted within a particular study especially in your study. Okay, so it is an abstract idea into specific measurable procedures. Means how you measure, okay, how you quantify, or how you make it and analyze it, okay, in your study. Because so especially this conceptual definitions, okay, this describe when a phenomenon means theoretically. Operational definitions explain how the researchers will identify or quantify that phenomena in practice. Okay, this is the main definition of an operational definitions. Okay, so if you see, for example, okay, think that there is a research study is there, study to assess stress and coping among cancer patients. Okay, so stress is the phenomena here. Okay, it is an physiological, it is an psychological, and it is an spiritual, and it is an financial also. Okay, so how you operationalize it? Okay, so it refers in your study that how the client or the patient perceives it, okay, on the scale, okay, it is in 0 to 10 or in 1 to 10, okay, and how it indicates, okay, greater than or in lower than that one. You think that only if it is in more than 6, it is in higher, okay. If it is in low below 6, it is in moderate, okay. You can classify it. Means you are the concept you are making it as an operational or an in a quantity, okay. So this definition, okay, they have to answer what exactly being measured. Means here the stress, okay, what instrument or which instrument you are using to record it or to measure it, okay, how you measure the observations or how you make it is in categories. So operational definitions plays a very, very important role to make your research a robust way. Okay, it enhances the clarity. Okay, because you will come to know that how what it is in my study. Okay, the concept. Then it gives an accuracy. It facilitates for the replications to follow others. Okay, it promote reliability and validity because it is a very, very clear definition of an how we are measuring it. So you can go for an in a profound way to prepare the tool, and you can go for an reliability and validity. So there are so many types of an operational definitions, like an measured one, okay, like an variables are quantified using instruments or an scales. You can use it like an anxiety scale, like you can measure it by Beck anxiety inventory, knowledge by structured questionnaire. So you have to know that on how to prepare the blueprint, okay. Then experimental operational definitions, like for example, okay, when you are manipulating the variables through interventions, okay, somewhere you are using it like an exercise invention, okay. Intervention is defined as a that how we are giving it, okay, what it means here, exercise, the type of an exercise and how much time, okay, like in 30 minutes of a supervised aerobic activity 5 times weekly for 12 weeks, okay. This is the operational definition of an exercise in this study. Next, come to an observational operational definitions. Okay, like an whatever you're practicing, like in behavior, what you call, or in an observed way, how many times, where you are, okay, like in hand hygiene technique, okay, how you are observing it, okay, on the guidelines, like in WHO guidelines of an hand hygiene, you are assessing it, okay. So before going for an operational definitions, you have to know that how to develop it, okay. First and foremost is the uh, identifying the variable, okay. What FFN variables are there? Dependent variables, okay, is must be noted, like in depression, quality of life, research productivity, then entrepreneurial interventions, or an self-instruction model interventions, or an teaching experience, okay, teaching interventions. Next comes a review of literature. You have to collect it from in different genuine journals and the articles, okay, how they have developed it, or how they measure it, okay, and which is the appropriate one. Next one is indicators, okay, like in how you go for an productivity, okay, how you observe the concept, okay, like in publications, citations, research grants, okay, then conference presentations are also will matter a lot. Then choose the thing, how you measure it, okay, like in methods, okay, how in you assess the indicators, like in questionnaires, physiological measurements, like in TPRPP, okay, interviews, observations, and institutional records if you are having it. So far better when you are measuring, operationalizing it, okay, how you measure it, like you can make a scale, okay, like in scoring, especially the knowledge course, like in poor knowledge, moderate knowledge, good, very good knowledge, okay. So you can make it as an scale, like in 0 to 10, or 1 to 10, 11 to 20, then 21 to 30, okay, then 31 to 40, then excellent. And when you are going for it, okay, you have to test it, okay. It's not as an pilot testing. Evaluation of the operational definitions, whether it is an applicable in real settings or in my study or not, okay. Of course, if you see, there are many examples I can give for an operational definitions, especially in a nursing research. If you take it as an medication adherence, okay, what it means, how many times you are giving it, okay, how you, what type of scale you are using to measure it, like an Morrissey medication adherence scale. Coming to an education research, like an if you want to measure academic engagement, okay, very fake terminology. This, if you want to operationalize it, okay, how you measure the scores, okay, scores obtained on the student engagement questionnaires administered by the researcher, okay, or the teacher, okay. Depending upon the score, what you get it, okay, that you can define it. Next is business research. The total score achieved on the entrepreneurial intervention questionnaires developed by Lenin and Chen, like in how you can measure it, the entrepreneurial intention. Then if you come to mental health research, okay, like in burnout, okay, burnout is a very vague terminology, okay. So if you want to make it as an operationalizing, okay, what it means, how you are measuring, by message burnout inventory, you can use that scale, then you can quantify it, okay. So for this one, nowadays you can use an AI, okay, for an to operationalize the terms, okay. So it will help you. AI will help you to explore your literature. It suggests the tools, okay, suggesting measurement tools of which you can quantify it, okay, whether it is in knowledge or in stress or in coping or any other variables, okay. Then it helps you to draft it, okay. Then you can compare the alternative approaches. Then you can have the consistency. So how you can use an AI, okay, for an literature exploration? There are so many tools, okay. You can use it for an how researchers optionalize resilience among nursing students, okay. Then AI will summarize it, okay. You can upload the related articles, then you can go for it, okay. Then paperpal, like an chat GPT, okay, Grok, then Claude, DeepSeek, you can use it for an operationalizing the terms. Next, instrument identification. AI can recommend validated measurement tools. Okay, like if you want to know the depression scales of in different age group peoples. Okay, and leadership inventories. Then quality of life instruments also can be obtained from an AI. Then it will help you to draft it. Okay, means you can provide a concept, then you can prompt it that I'm doing research on this one. You just operationalize it. Okay, so you can give a prompt that develop operational definitions for digital literacy among undergraduate students. Also, you can write it. This is the prompt you have to give. Next one is for comparative analysis. It compares. Okay, AI can compare strength and limitations of different instruments. Okay, which suits to you, which is the better having the reliability. Okay, then within a short time you can collect the very reliable data. Then how we can adaptable. Okay, so it is very useful. If you see the very practically. Okay, for example, the effectiveness of an educational intervention on knowledge regarding dietary intake among pregnant mothers. Okay, so here you can ask the AI that suggest validated methods to operationally define knowledge regarding dietary intake among pregnancy. Okay, so it will recommends your the instruments like a structured questionnaire, knowledge assessment, and scoring classifications. Then you can evaluate that then whether it is to my study is an appropriate or not. Okay, whether it is quadly adapted to an culturally or not. Okay, then you can go for an recommendations. Okay, but don't fully depend upon an AI, because AI is a tool. uh, it lacks, okay, a contextual understanding. Okay, it may overlook your cultural or institutional or population specific factors. Okay, yeah, then it may hallucinate also. Okay, it may give us some potential hallucinations, like an AI may generate non-existent scales or inaccurate citations. Okay, so on the time your observation is needed. Okay, your decision is needed. So everything depends upon the how you give the prompt. Okay, then we have to consider when you are using an AI, the ethics. Okay, researchers should maintain transparency regarding AI use, like an accountability, because you are main responsible for all the decisions. Okay, you can go for an verification, then you have to maintain an academic integrity, then human oversight is very much needed. So if you use AI for an operational definitions, okay, to define it. Okay, it is very good. Okay, it is very effective for finding out the literature review, for brainstorming the decisions. Okay, whether you can use that definition or not. Okay, then you can verify the scale, citations. Okay, you can consult experts. Okay, then you can palette test the operational definitions, then you can document it. So overall, if you see this one, operational definitions, okay, will serve as the bridge between theory and the practical things. Okay, like a measurable evidence. So when you use an AI, it will help you to draft it or to define, but you have to take in judgment. Okay, human judgment is very important. AI can accelerate research, but only researchers can ensure its scientific integrity. So always keep it in mind that an operational definitions, okay, are not only the merely technical statements. Okay, they are the foundation for your meaningful, trustworthy, and impactful research. So in research, concepts inspire inquiry. Operational definitions enable measurement, and thoughtful use of an AI transforms possibilities into precision. For this one, just I want to show you some of the AI tools which you can use it. Okay, so here you can go for an you can go for ChatGPT. Our research genius is very useful. You can write that one. I'm doing a research on stress and coping among school students in Gadag, Karnataka. Operationalize the key terms. Okay, just I have given, I am doing a research on it, for example, okay, stress and coping among school students in Gadag, Karnataka, operationalize the key terms. Now we will go for it. So it has given the stress, the conceptual definition, and operation definition. Okay. So stress refers to a psychological and physiological response that occurs when individuals perceive that environmental demands exceed their adaptive capacity is the theoretical one. But here, what it means, okay, in my study, it has given the suggestion that stress refers to the level of stress experienced by school students studying in Gadag district, Karnataka, as measured by their scores on standardized stress assessment instrument, okay, like an educational stress scale for adolescents, because I have taken the students as an adolescents. Okay, you can use it like this only. Coping, then school students, Gadag, Karnataka are the key terms. Okay, so whatever it has given, okay, you have to contextualize whether it is correct or not. Okay, whether you can use it or not. Okay, next is the grok. Grok also you can use it, is a very good tool. And then Claude you can use it, then DeepSeek you can use, then other tools like Paperpal, Site, and Consensus also you can use for operationalizing the terms. Okay, with this one I end today. Thank you. Thanks a lot.